morning, and thank you all for coming today. My name is Katharine Eulogy.mpg, and I'm Roderico's daughter. All of us are gathered here today to remember my father and celebrate the life he lived. He was a loving husband, brother, and son, a dedicated doctor, a good friend, and to me, the best father in the world. If you knew him, you would know that he was truly a caring and thoughtful person. He helped, inspired, and supported so many people. So many times, my dad and I would go out together, and a patient of his would walk right up to him and say, "Thank you. Thank you for everything." My father meant the world to me, but he also meant so much to the patients he cared for. He was a person who didn't just say something and forget about it. If he made a promise to someone, he would always keep it, whether it was following up on a patient or bringing my mom and me on amazing vacations. That was the type of person he was, responsible and dedicated to his family, friends, and coworkers. Like every parent, he was always right. As much as I would wish he'd be wrong just once, he would always prove he was right. I know it's dorky, but even when I was absolutely sure that I knew which Disney character sang which song and said which line, we would get into a fight about it. He would have me look it up. Guess who always won? As you all might know, he was always a perfectionist and never hesitant to speak his mind. You can imagine how that worked out for me, being his only daughter and all. He always strived for the best, and in turn, he always expected the best from me. If I asked a silly question, he'd say something like, "You have a brain. Think before you open your mouth." But sometimes he would never fail to say, "The proof in the pudding is in the eating." He himself was a man of action. And in saying this to me, I think he wanted to teach me the importance of my own actions and choices. He knew my potential, and with his scary temper, he would get mad at me, and sometimes not even talk to me for weeks, days. That silent treatment would leave me with such a horrible feeling of guilt, but I think it was his way of making me realize my potential for myself. In these last 7 months, he showed all of us how strong of a person he was. Before then, he never really relied on anyone. In fact, for all of my life and my mom's life, we always depended on him. He cared for me and my mom so much that he didn't even want us to burden us with bills or housework. He wanted his family to be happy no matter what. Even in those 7 months that he was sick, he always thought about us. He saw every day how tired my mom got, how secluded I became from my friends, how much our lives changed because of him. In a way, that's also what ate at him little by little every day. For once, I wished that my dad thought about himself a little more in those 7 months. I didn't care if I couldn't go out with my friends. I knew I would have so many more opportunities during college. My mom didn't care that after caring for so many people at work, she would come home to take care of him. She loved him more than words can describe. She would have done anything for him. I would too. But even to the end, he was thinking about us. Now, there won't be a day when both of us don't think about him. Before my father passed away, he said to me and my mom that he was coming home. Even though he never made it home, he said that when he enters the kingdom of heaven, he'll ask God for one favor. He would ask if he could be our guardian angel, so he can guide us and watch us live our lives without him. That's what he said. And I have no doubt in my mind that God will grant him his wish. He will never be forgotten, His memories will always be cherished and remembered throughout the years. Even if he's not with me, my mom, or any of us physically, I know he's here in spirit and will be forever in our hearts. Before I step down, I want to share with all of you a poem that I wrote, and I would like to dedicate to my father. I sit and wait, constantly checking the date. I contemplate and ask, is everything but a mask? Can I just pull away this illusion and find our life no longer in ruin? Are you going to be there, maybe coming up the stair? Are you going to be in your room and smile at me without any gloom? No, I can't find you, Papa. My world has become just like Kafka. I can't help but cry, knowing you'll never pass by, knowing you'll never hug me or see the woman I will be. But don't worry, I'll take your advice. I'll kneel down and pray every day twice. I'll smile and stay strong, and I'll live healthy and very long. So just know that I love you, and I'll miss your retorts that were on cue. And no matter how many times I practice, I will never be able to truly say goodbye to you. Thank you.